What a brilliant weekend it was for Victoria. Of course, the Australian Grand Prix in all its glory. I'm joined to talk all things events and visitation. CEO of Visit Victoria, Brendan McClements. Welcome, Brendan.
Thank you, Paul. Great to be here.
Let's reflect on the weekend. Well, just an amazing weekend in terms of eyeballs and visitation, but probably concludes a really strong summer for you as well.
Fantastic period. I think anyone who's lived in Victoria, lived in Melbourne, knows this period of time is great. And I look back over the last period, back to December, record crowds at the Boxing Day test. Kabaddi comes out from India, 5,000 people, John Canaran, 30 million watching in India, 4 million into our contest to win a trip to Melbourne. And then we're rolled into, 1.2 million at the tennis. What we saw over the weekend, the Grand Prix was brilliant. And interspersed in there is, the biggest event that takes place in regional Victoria, the Cadel Evans Great Ocean Road Race. We've had the Fashion Festival, Food and Wine Festival. And the great thing is there's more to come. So it's a fantastic time.
There was more to come, and I saw you working hard at the Grand Prix with the NFL team out here as well. That was an exciting announcement.
Yeah, it's a brilliant announcement for us. Great opportunity, Victoria, and for Melbourne to be seen again in international markets. America, a very important market, probably the highest yielding travel market, about $1,700 per head per trip. So for us, America, the NFL, the Delta deal we announced in December as well to bring Delta planes back, and then obviously we've talked about NBA coming in October. So yeah, it's a really, really invigorating time to be around Melbourne, I think, at the moment.
Sport Next was held next week as well. Great congress. It brings a whole bunch of names together, but starts to talk about Victoria as the sports events capital as well.
Yeah.
What was interesting, that leading into Grand Prix, talking to the hotels, there was so much activity in Melbourne.
There was, and the NFL in part came out to be at Sport Next, talk about its international strategy. It was really pleasing to hear talk so positively about Victoria. But we had the Rams out as well, who will be the team that will play. I was lucky enough to be the Hawthorn-Essendon game, sorry Paul, on Friday night with the Rams. At one stage they just looked around at that venue and thought, this is going to be epic, it's going to be full.
But the visitation that comes out of these major events, they're strong as well.
Yeah, and we saw over the weekend the sort of capacity to drive visitation, 3 nights over 90% capacity from a hotel's perspective, particularly the Sunday night, stayed a bit longer, which is what we want.
Do we see it flow through to regional, Vic?
Yeah, that's one of the things we like about the American visitation. That is a market that does disperse as well. So we're really working through how we make sure that, particularly the NFL, when we do expect a large crowd to come, stay a bit longer, see a bit more. That tends to characterise the American traveller.
And the next part in your portfolio is around business events as well. The teams are really adept at it. Of course, we're bringing World Chambers out in September this year, but they add so much value and colour to our city as well.
Yeah, I mean, we're lucky enough to be working with MCB, 51% owner of the Convention Bureau. One of the great things about business events delegates, stay in the best hotels, eat in the best restaurants, don't steal the towels, don't break the dishes. So they're really good delegates to have. They also, what we know from working in that space is that it's a really good indicator of coming back again. So business events are a great way to introduce new people to Melbourne and then to have them as repeat purchasers.
It's incredible when we think about events of all types and the role that has in tourism. It's really strong. Thanks for all you do. You and the team, an amazing summer so far, but so much more to look forward to this year.
Excellent. Thanks, Paul.
With that, great to have Brendan here as always. Hopefully you got a bit more out of that, and please keep doing what you're doing, because we know when business is thriving, Victoria is thriving. Have a great week ahead.